The mountains of Snowdonia are pretty awe-inspiring, but you wouldn't expect them literally to turn into a new business venture. But for Paul Thomas, that's exactly what they did. Out walking one day, he came across a problem and a bright idea about how to solve it.
It all started when I took the kids climbing up the mountains or walking through the mountains one day and tried to teach them how to read the contours on a map. Being 9 and 10 years old, they just couldn't grasp the idea of how contours work in relation to the ground. So I had to come up with something to try and teach them how to do that.
Paul's idea was just that, an idea, until he teamed up with Coleg Menai and its expertise in both engineering and business development. In the Engineering Development Centre, Paul's idea of creating 3D mini mountains took shape, and his company, Creative Mountains, was launched. It's one of 6 new companies the college has helped set up.
What Development Centre is able to do is work with an employer who does not have the capacity within their own organisation to take an idea that they have, maybe on paper or in their head, and actually try and produce it into a small-scale product to see whether the product works, so then they can take it out and see if consumers like the idea. And if it works, they then go up to pilot production.
This is an area of obvious natural beauty, but its reliance on rural activities and tourism means that it has a narrow economic base. The challenge for Coleg Menai and local employers and employees is to widen that base by creating the jobs and skills of the future.
The emphasis is on the needs of employers and employees, and particularly on training in skills business wants. A Beacon Award has been won for engagement with employers. Of the 10,000 learners, 7,000 are adults. Courses are held for professional development, and many others take place in the workplace.
The business community wants well-trained people that have got the right attitude towards work, that have got the skills that enable the company or the organisation to move forward, and see our role in assisting them in that process. They call the shots, but we are there to assist and to be responsive to their needs.
The needs of the local economy, both the public sector and private, are reflected in many of the specialities here. In the Food Technology Centre, food is tested and analysed. In this case, just how firm is the local cheddar? And in this case, what exactly are the right ingredients for luxury Welsh ice cream, a product being developed for another local start-up? The expensive equipment is on hand for local business.
The college has been very fortunate in gaining European funding because the area that we're in, that we were entitled to Objective 1. So we've used that European funding to put in the latest equipment. And what was important to us, that latest technology and the equipment that we have and the staff that we had was used to benefit local employers. So the reason why we've developed the centres is to use the equipment that we've been able to obtain through European funding and to provide technology transfer to employers in the area.
In some cases, the training provided by the college seems quite traditional, but these engineering students are part of a new programme designed specifically for Babcock Defence Services by the college.
Babcock's Defence Services selected and recruited the 11 trainees. They were at Coleg Menai for the first year. After the end of the first year, they then go back to Babcock's Defence Services for the remainder of the 3 years, and also one day a week at Coleg Menai. This is the first time we've ever done this, and things are going well so far.
It's a course with a difference. At nearby RAF Valley on Anglesey, the apprentices get very close to the action. Making sure the pilot is strapped in and the moving parts of the Hawk jets move makes this a dramatic and enjoyable course.
What do you think of the course so far?
I think it's very good. You learn a lot of new hand skills and fitting skills, and it's very well structured in the fact that we do a variety of subjects and it covers quite a lot.
And you?
It's a very good engineering qualification to have behind your back. It's a good challenge here and I like working here.
We're constantly changing, we're looking at our provision, are we meeting needs, are we moving forward? So it's not all about awards, although those are very nice, but it's about addressing future needs. We have a saying in Welsh, nid da lle gellir gwell. It's not good if you can do better, and I think that's a very good motto to have.
So ambitions here are high, and the prospects for future jobs and prosperity are ready to take off.